Happy Thursday. Cheers to you. Got my tea here. Hope you got a tea too. For whatever reason today, I felt called to come on here and have a chat with you rather than writing you my newsletter. I have been feeling all of the energies the past few days. I don't know if you're interested in astrology. I think you know I am very much. I don't know very much about it, but I'm kind of learning more. And we are kind of in between two eclipses. We had the lunar eclipse on the 14th. I think it was on the 14th of March, and we've got the solar eclipse on Mother's Day, which I feel is very fitting. So we're in between two eclipses, and eclipses bring kind of very big energy, changes in. And also we have got Neptune, which is going to be moving into Aries for the first time in something like 164 years. The last time Neptune was in Aries was between 1861 and 1875. And there was lots of kind of change, lots of kind of spiritual change. There was the American Civil War in 1861. So if you are feeling very strange and very kind of out of sorts and all over the place, like I am, please know that there's lots going on with the planets. Might be your thing, it might not be your thing, but the way I always think of it is that the moon creates the tides. That is like a fact. That's how tides are created. And it's the vibrational energy that creates those tides. We are mainly water, so of course the moon's going to affect us. Well, surely it's not just the moon that has that kind of vibrational capacity. It's kind of said that all the planets also, have a frequency, have a vibration that affects us deeply. So that's why I'm kind of super interested in astrology. But I came on here because I've been doing a lot of reading since I finished my hormone course. I have been doing lots and lots of reading and listening to podcasts about menopause and perimenopause in particular, because selfishly that is the phase of life that I am in. And I feel like as women, we haven't been listened to when it comes to perimenopause and menopause. And I think we're probably the first generation where information is coming to the fore, and we do have more of an understanding of what perimenopause is. And like I said to you in last week's newsletter, perimenopause it can be a very long period. It can start in our early to mid 30s for some of us, and lasts up until menopause. And the kind of average age of menopause in the UK is 51. So if you start at 35, that's a good 15 16 year run of being in perimenopause. And kind of the symptoms of perimenopause and menopause are very similar. It's basically our ovaries start to change the way that they produce hormones. So when we enter perimenopause, our progesterone levels start to decline. And progesterone is it's a very calming hormone. It kind of calms everything down. So when that starts to decline, our ability to deal with stress and be resistant to stress also declines. So things that may never have bothered you in your life might start to bother you. That's where all the kind of like irritability and mood swings come in. And mood swings also is to do with your estrogen levels. So kind of after menopause, your estrogen has really dropped, but when you're on this perimenopausal journey, this transition into menopause, your estrogen goes on a wild ride. So some days it might be high, some days it might be low, and this can create this real roller coaster of emotions. So I just wanted to read off some of the symptoms of perimenopause and menopause, just so that you know that you're absolutely not going bananas, and you know, it is sadly completely normal to feel dysregulated and, you know, like you're this Jekyll and Hyde character, completely fine one day but can't tolerate anything the next day, don't want to see anybody. And whilst that is normal in the sense that a lot of us experience that because our hormones go on this wild ride, do know that there are also lots of things that we can do about that, which I will share in a future video. But I just want to run through some of these symptoms. Night sweats, that's a big tick for me. That started since I have been doing various things. They seem to have subsided a little bit, but that is no joke. Just literally waking up in the morning, absolutely drenched my side of the bed. That's not nice. Heart palpitations, hot flushes, dry and or itchy skin. I definitely experienced like an itchy scalp in, I think I mentioned, did I mention in last week's newsletter? Felt like I was getting dandruff. Connected to that also is hair loss. I cannot tell you, every time I get in the shower, there's like, I have to declump the plug hole because it's got my hair in it. My hairbrush, every time I brush my hair, and I've traditionally always had quite thick hair, and it's definitely nowhere near as thick. I have just changed my shampoo to, see, my hair's coming out now, don't know if you can see that. That's a symptom. I have changed to a shampoo bar, and I do feel like that is helping slightly. Thinning of the skin, so your skin can kind of feel more papery. Weight gain, particularly around the belly, and I would say that was the kind of first symptom that I noticed for me. I hit 41 and my weight was just going up and up and up, and I did nothing. I hadn't changed my diet. I didn't suddenly start eating loads of chocolate. I didn't change my exercise regime, but nothing that I did would shift it. And I tried a lot. I tried kind of intermittent fasting and even doing quite long fasts, like 48-hour fasts, but doing that in a very kind of female-centric way. I kind of tracked it to my cycle, so I never fasted during my period. I only did the longer fasts at points in my cycle where it was appropriate to. That made not a scrap of difference to me. I kind of tried keto type ways of eating, paleo types of eating, very low carbs. Absolutely nothing worked. My weight just kept going up and up no matter what I did. I wasn't particularly stressed out. I did try, as you know, the human being diet, and I did lose about 1.5 stone on that diet. Sadly put most of that back on. But I got quite ill, and I have absolutely no idea if it's connected to the human being diet, and I think the lady who devised that diet, Petronella Ravenshire, has helped many women, and I think she's a lovely lady. My periods also went awry. I had a very short period, menstrual period after that, and as I say, I don't know if it's connected, but something inside of me just went, something's not quite right here, that's not quite working for me at this stage. So yeah, so weight gain was the first symptom that I noticed, and then recently it's been kind of night sweats and my hair falling out. Going down the list, breast tenderness, stiff or sore joints, particularly on waking, back pain, incontinence, urinary urgency, so having to like dash to the loo, vaginal dryness, painful intercourse, low sex drive, disrupted sleep, and even insomnia. Insomnia is very common in perimenopause and menopause. Dizziness, poor memory, brain fog, difficulty concentrating. One thing that I found is that I'm really struggling for words, and I love to talk and consider myself fairly mediocrely articulate, but I will be having a conversation with somebody and just struggling to find a word, and a basic word, not a fancy word, a basic word that's just it's there, but it's not. Anxiety, depression, irritability, and mood swings. And I've definitely found the irritability and change in mood, that's kind of more of a recent thing. Definitely getting more irritated by things that would never irritate me. Definitely snapping more at my family. I'm trying to explain to my children that, mummy is going through this thing called perimenopause, and I'm sorry I'm snapping. I shouldn't be snapping. It's not okay for me to snap, but my hormones are a bit all over the show at the minute. And mood swings too. It is a real emotional roller coaster. So yeah, the purpose of me coming on here is just to say I have not got this all figured out. I haven't kind of found the magic bullet. I don't think there is a magic bullet. I don't think it's as easy as let's just all go on HRT and it'll be fine. It's not as simple as that. I have been doing a lot of research into HRT and bioidentical HRT. I haven't quite formulated an opinion on that yet. I think traditionally I have always wanted to find lifestyle and nutrition methods to support me first, and once I've exhausted those, I will definitely consider it. And I think in the past I would never have considered anything like that, but I think it's about doing what is right for us, and I'll definitely come on and do another video about HRT and bioidentical HRT and kind of the risks and the pros and the cons in another video. But just to say, I am here for you. I haven't figured this out yet. We will figure it out. We will figure it out together, and I think we are getting better as a generation at talking about perimenopause and menopause. But please know that our brains go through this massive transformation. I was reading or listening the other day to a lady who was saying it's like in puberty. I have a daughter who is 13 and is going through the change then, and all of the things that are going through her mind. We now, in this phase of our lives, our brains are completely changing, and our brains have to adapt to a way of life with different hormone levels. And just don't underestimate what a ride that is. So I'm just coming on to send you so much love. I'm here for you. We are here for each other. We will get through this together through sharing. Sending you so much love.